I work with, but I work as an insurance consultant, and that's my story.
All right. Anybody, you want me to go? I'm Rafael Tineo, the Director of Environmental Health and Safety for Moss. This is my region, the South Florida region, from Miami all the way to West Palm Beach.
I am James Fowler. I am the Director of Safety for Dash Door and Glass. So we're pretty much a subcontractor for general contractors and that sort of thing. So still trying to implement a stronger subcontractor policy and procedure. So everything I've been trying to gather from everybody, I've been just kind of listening and going forward from there.
I'm Jerry Marshall. I'm Director of Safety and Risk Management for Thermal Concepts. Kind of like James, we're a subcontractor for HVAC. Been here and there, doing a little bit of everything for the company, but landed, like, I know what I want to be when I grow up. So, safety. Actually, I've got a new adventure that we just started. We were just taken over, not really taken over, we were purchased by an investment company, so we're redoing SOPs. So I have the adventure of redoing my safety manual, which is amazing.
Well, my name is Rocky Mazza. I'm work for Bateman Gordon and Sands Insurance Agency. So I handle commercial insurance as an agent, and I also head our safety consulting division inside of our agency for our clients.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. I'm Tom Judge. I do business development for GPRS, Ground Penetrating Radar Systems. Also on our safety council for our national team, field leadership. And despite the fact that I'm probably not the true safety professional, in theory, I'm a part of that council, and we work with a lot of different safety professionals in the industry. We focus on damage prevention and keeping people safe when they're putting a shovel in the ground or cutting concrete. So I end up crossing paths with a lot of other safety professionals. So I'm really, excited to be a part of this group in 2025, watching this grow and really becoming the official committee. Give me 1 second here. I know Josh Crespo is invited, but I don't see him on my invite list here for some reason, but I'm looking at the calendar, and there he is. Robert. Well, Ruben, this is like we talked about yesterday. This is the group that responded back. So this is the people that said that we had some time to share and be a part of the committee. So that's what this is right now. Correct. So then the other additions, just so you guys know, Josh Crespo with Tri-City. He'll be a part of it. Robert Townsend, who works with Tradesman International and also does a lot of training on the side, safety training personally as well. And then Shelly, who's with Durante, she also is going to be a part of it. She's in a meeting right now, so she's hoping to jump on in a little bit. And then there's still some folks that were potentially interested, right? But we need to make sure that we have people that are able to commit, an hour a month for this, and then, be able to participate within some of those safety breakfasts and events that we have. So first things first, Ruben, would you mind just taking some brief notes just so we can put some minutes together afterwards to send out? Oh, you are? Okay, perfect. Well, then let's start knocking this out. We've got a few things we want to go through. We do want to do the votes and elections just so that we are all set. So that 2025, we have positions all kind of identified and we can introduce that to the rest of the chapter. We'll go through a little bit of the commitments, responsibilities. Do want to get your thoughts. Matt, I know you shared some stuff I'm going to share with everybody for the mission statement. And then Deandra put together what the actual mission of the group is. Get your thoughts on those. Make sure we're all approved on that. Rubem, I'll let you talk a little bit about the safety award, kind of get everybody's input on that. We'll talk about some of the marketing materials we're looking to get created for 2025 so that we can help share information when we go to different events. I think I was going to do the speaker for the breakfast next month, but we're all set there. So we'll talk about future months and opportunities. And then we'll talk a little bit about some quarterly opportunities, how we do, whether that be the West Palm and Dade County, how do we start incorporating some of those folks as well? So that's kind of the itinerary. So if you want to kick it off with votes, Rubem, I don't know, you want to just go about this day and I, if that works for you?
Seventy 70%.
Rubem, I know, just to clarify, I don't know if I can ask Rocky, you have a question?
I was just going to say, so the only qualification is we just want to award the GC that participates the most in ABC? Is that what this is? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay.
Hey, Ruben, is this strictly for a general contractor, or is it for any member that's a part of?
So what, besides Moss, what other GCs does anyone know of?
That's why I asked if it was general contractor specific or if it was also subcontractors, just so we can all make sure we're on the same page. I think anybody that's a part of the, yeah. Would everybody be in favor of doing this in December? We can have a quick call in December. No, it's the holidays, and that way we can send out a list of, hey, this is what we're looking for. This is what the requirements are, and that way we're coming a little bit more of an educated. Obviously, Raphael, I know Moss. Obviously, we all know working with you and the safety culture you guys have. But just so that we're doing it a little bit on the official side, we know what the expectations are, and we can come a little bit more educated. I can send out an email after this that says what the requirements, if you send those, Rubum, and we can
So Ruben and Thomas, I think it's fair to maybe to put it for December to get more time for other people.
Yeah, more time for.
I
Yeah.
Deandra's actually on now, Ruben. I accidentally called her, and she looks like she picked up.
Hold on, guys. Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Mommy, can I coffee too? It's okay.
Okay. Okay, no problem. I didn't miss a lot.
Rubum, I did send something in the chat, and Deandra, she was nice enough to write this up, kind of just a general idea for the vision statement as well as the mission statement for the group. One, kind of just get everybody's thoughts. If everybody can kind of just read that real quick and get your thoughts. Doesn't need to be anything made up now, but if you have ideas of inclusions of what the vision statement should be for the group and what the mission statement should be for the group. Once we have it finalized on our end, what we're going to do is submit it to the ABC leadership, Rubum, obviously your team, and make sure it aligns with what ultimately their goals are. And once we have that aligned, we can publish that to everybody. Hey, Matt, when you guys are part of some of the membership groups, what's the expectations? I think you were on, was it the YP and the ABC Cares? Did you guys have expectations in terms of, referrals for membership or for different aspects? And I'm thinking kind of along the lines of, is there a goal that we can just say, hey, if you're part of the committee, maybe we can, make it a goal to at least have somebody go through, whether it be a quarter, a new member that's enrolled in STEP or that we bring in?
Yeah, on ABC Cares, we were required, to be obviously a donor, but also trying to get other donors involved. But I would say like a goal that we can make for the committee, for the safety committee, is at least introduce STEP to someone else and have a company, or at least introduce them to Ruben, and then have them sign up for the year, including your company. I think that would be a great goal, especially for the first 6 months.
Hey, Ruben, I'm going to put some of this on you now. So this is what I kind of want to talk about, a little bit of some marketing things that we can get set for 2025. I know myself, Matt, Rocky, I think I've seen you at a couple of them as well, doing the ABC happy hours and the luncheons. Something that we can take and have that sitting next to the registration table that markets to the safety breakfasts and kind of can drive in some interest that way. Ruben, we've talked about this in the past, getting a pop-up banner. I know that's very common for a lot of the things ABC has. Getting that created that can just, shuffle to a third Wednesday of every month, 8 to 10 breakfast, and then maybe just takes you to the ABC events page as that hyperlink. Is that something we can get created? Does anybody else have any ideas, otherwise of different marketing materials that we might be able to get, whether that be a trifold? I know I go into a lot of offices and just throwing trifolds at people. I don't know that they're always the most effective, but something that we can share. Hey, DeAndre, you got your hand up? Oh, go ahead, Rocky.
Yes, sorry. Have sick babies home, so sorry about that. I was thinking you could make more of a digital footprint. Make sure that the speakers are maybe posting some of the stuff that they're doing from the practices, and also that we're more engaged so that the speakers are subscribing to whatever, I don't know if you have a channel, Ruben, or however it works, and they have your post on them, and we also linked it to the people that we know. So that way you can be showing different companies that you have partnerships with digitally, because a lot of people are moving that direction instead of the flyers. So that could be a thing.
Hey, Rocky, do you have something?
Yeah, I had enough. So I really like the mission statement and what we have here in the chat box. And with that GC General Contractor of the Year award, I was just thinking in my head, I think it would kind of kill several stones with one bird if we say, not necessarily for this year, but next year, if we wanted to do a General Contractor of the Year, a Subcontractor of the Year, and also a Safety Director of the Year. And we have parameters there. We have parameters like for the GCs, like Moss. I don't know how detailed we want to get, but we at least say we pick 5 of them that's up for the award, and we have their portfolio of jobs that either we could see on their website or whatever they have. And then also specific to our mission statement, what have they accomplished over the year to be proactive in safety and run a safe workplace on all their jobs? And then even on the safety director, like for instance, Matt and I, he's got to be the same as me. We work with our clients and help them with performance reviews of their safety directors. So I could go down through a couple of mine or Matt on his and say, all right, safety director, we have these questions. Either he fills it out, like what's the mod rate last year versus this year? Have you had an OSHA citation? Just kind of go down the gamut with 8-10 questions. And then now the committee could review and then we could pick. So it's almost a marketing spree, get people more involved. And, everybody likes to get an award anyway. And then also at one of our safety breakfasts or events, they could come up in front of the room and say what they did over the course of the year, that kind of why they feel like they won the award, what made their company different than others, or what's some new stuff, or where did they find success over the year.
I like that, Rocky. That puts a little structure to it as well. And what does it actually mean to be the safety professional of the year, the GC safety, representative of the year? So that I think the structure of that gives us a little bit of what are the expectations and what are we actually voting on?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm here. I'm in the car, so I'm not on camera. I apologize. Hi, everyone. I'm Sean Cook. I'm with Thompson Safety. Nice to meet you all. You guys were mentioning marketing before. You have a newsletter. Are you guys currently?
Yeah, remind me, he asked if we were recording some of those safety breakfast events. I know that, Sean, that's actually an interesting question. It's a good thing. I know, Rubum, you've got that equipment. We tried doing something early. I don't know if that was something you wanted to address, and maybe we can try to create something as a video send out.
Yeah, because there's two ideas there. One way to really gauge engagement that's sticky is to have a library of content, a channel on YouTube, wherever you want to host it. And then like when you do the newsletters or some kind of text messaging or other types of communication for promotion, you have a little thumbnail of like a brilliant moment during the last meeting and maybe like a 10 to 30, 40-second video of great content that you've selected. And that's like the lost leader where people click on it, they get to your channel, they see something that engages them, and then it becomes sticky, they subscribe, and now they're attending more events digitally or in person. So if you're not doing that, that's a pretty cost-effective way to get more engagement long-term.
Hey, Ruben, for the other thing I wanted to see about was for the next newsletter, is there some way to have it included, just something in regards to the safety committee launching 2025, the official date for the new safety committee, or however we want to do that? I don't know if anybody else would be comfortable. We can even do something where we include headshots and just a brief where you work and a little bit of background that we can share to everybody to show, hey, this is the committee, this is who we have, and this is who's a part of the organization. So if everybody then, if we can do that, and I'll include that in the post write-up, if you can provide a headshot and just a brief background of your safety background in general, who you work with and what you do in regards to safety, I think that'd be something that'd be really cool to kind of publish to the rest of the chapter. So anybody else have any ideas, just for the sake of time? I want to make sure we're hitting on one last thing for marketing that we can kind of get created to share. Sean, I love the idea with the YouTube, or even sharing things to LinkedIn. If there was a LinkedIn page for the ABC Safety or something that we can create, and that way we can just start sharing from ABC Safety versus just the chapter as a whole. I think that might be something we can do digitally or social network sharing.
I would agree. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on LinkedIn right now. So if we had a safety committee LinkedIn, page, and then you were trying to promote safety breakfasts and get sponsors, you'd probably get a lot of traction from that.
I think we would
to
too.
start building those like we were talking about.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, the real key is to just content doesn't have to be great to start. It's just being consistent with whatever format we choose to adopt, and then be consistently every whatever time frame we choose, like weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, and just consistently promote and can produce content. It'll get better over time, but the fact that there's consistently something new to share, promoting our personal LinkedIn's and whatever networks, over time it just becomes this great network effect. It's very sticky, but we have to be committed to it if that's what we want to do.
And one of the things with LinkedIn especially, it's you said consistency. You 3 posts a week, things like that have to be shared in order to keep your top of the algorithm. I know I do that a lot in my role. I've got to kind of constantly post something, even if it has nothing to do with what I do. I want to post something just to keep mine up the top. That would be something. I think Josh Crespo, he's amazing at LinkedIn work. He's always posting different stories, or it has nothing necessarily even to do with the safety committee, but it's a safety topic that he saw, and he'll share that on LinkedIn. I think that's something that would really draw traction to it, and we could look into that. I'll do some research and get that set up possibly. And then obviously we can just share a login for that, and everybody, if you see something, you can just share it on your LinkedIn, or we can start sharing those advertisements. Anybody have anything else on the marketing? I do want to get into the speaking engagements real quick. I know we're coming up on time here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I think your hand was still up from the last time. I think that was still. Okay, so speakers, so we got Lenny set for our final one. We're not going to do a December event. I think probably most of us are in agreement. That's right before the holidays, and I know me personally, I'll be on PTO that week. So we decided to do the one here in November, and then we'll pick back up the third Wednesday of January. One of the things, obviously being a part of the committee, we want to make sure that there's a benefit coming back to everybody that's participating. And one of those things would be the opportunity to present or be a speaker, whether that's yourself or somebody at your organization. If you do have a safety topic, I wanted to see if anybody might be interested in Q1 next year so we can start getting ahead of the marketing material and getting everything set up. Raphael, I know we talked this morning about USF and getting them possibly set up to kick it off. I'm going to reach out to Robert Townsend, who has a relationship with them, and see if they're able to do that for January. But is there anybody else that would be interested in actually a speaking portion?
I
So
have,
Tom,
my sister is a case manager for Henderson, and she's got some really good information and topics on mental health awareness and even for parental guidance on children that are troubled teens or troubled children, stuff like that. She's really good with that. So I can reach out to her. Mhm.
Well, that's fine. If we get it all set in advance, we'll be ready to go when we hit. I don't think that'll be an issue. Sean, yeah, I heard you kind of come off mute. Did you have anything?
I'm willing to speak. I mean, in my job, I go into businesses all day long. I work with Malcolm. We work with Brassfield, some of the APC members already, where we provide safety services, first aid, eye wash, AEDs, safety training. So I can cover any number of topics that are of interest or just more sort of broadly, how to bring your, safety program into compliance. So I'm happy to cover any topics that you guys think might be of more impact for the group as a whole at a safety breakfast.
I'm going to take a look. What I'll do is, and I'll share this, look at some of the monthly topics. And there's quite a few different organizations that have like a monthly topic specific. See if there's anything, and then I'll share that with you, Sean, and see if you have any thoughts about what might be a good one. But that's, as long as you're willing, and I know you guys have a ton of different background and what you can present on, I'll get your thoughts and see what might be a good topic to kind of kick off that time of the year.
Perfect.
Yeah, and
I know
Thomas,
we do it. Oh,
I
go ahead,
emailed
Rocky.
you some topics, I think it was last week, and then I think I even mentioned in there just to kind of hit specific to safety directors, if that's generally our audience. I already have plans next year to do one. How could, you, the safety director, save your company money? So whether it's preventing accidents, insurance premiums, all that. So there's that one too. But yeah, and I mentioned in that email, I'm doing some other presentations with Kelly Cronenberg, construction defect and quality assurance plan. So I don't know how much that hits your audience, but there's plenty of topics that I could speak on too. So, but I do think if we could schedule out like 3 months, speakers, I think that would kind of put less pressure on us, at least go quarter by quarter, get them scheduled. If something needs to be changed, then we could change it. But
I think that's our goal, is to stay a quarter ahead. If we can get that first 3 to 4 months set, we start the year off everything just kind of flows and runs itself at that point. We're not doing this last second stuff. So that's definitely the goal. And having the group, that's a big part of it. Like I said, just getting us and who has an expertise that they want to present in. I know we do an event, Concrete Sawing and Drilling Safety Week, where we've partnered with environmental hygienists to do the risks of silica, but then we also partner with the Milwaukee Tools or the DeWalt's that come in and do a safety, cutting safety portion. So there's different things that I'm sure we all have our backgrounds and expertise in. So, Rocky, I'm going to go through that email and see. I think that's a fantastic one for our audience. We're really diverse in our background, right? We're not just the AGC where we have general contractors. We have, electrical contractors, we have form contractors. We have everything under the sun. But everybody, at the end of the day, when it comes to safety, especially with some of those subcontractors, it's where can it benefit me as an owner, and why am I going to invest in safety, not just kind of make it a checkbox. And I think that would be a fantastic thing for our audience to kind of see where they can actually use safety to make themselves more profitable.
And one of the things, Thomas, I know that you and I, we spoke this morning. I think a lot of people know you, Condell Eastmore. He's the OSHA area director. That's Lenny Boss. If we ask him, he would take the time and come and speak to us, and he attracts a lot of people. I think it would be good at the beginning of the year for him to come in and tell us what's the goal of OSHA for the 2025. Myself, I will volunteer myself. If you guys want me one day to speak, I'm more than welcome to do that. I can try. Bob Moss, he's the founder of Moss and Associate. He like to present. If that's something that you guys would like, maybe next year, I'm more than welcome to maybe try. I don't promise. I can tell you the company, it's been 20 years, and he loved to explain where he was and where he is right now. So I volunteer myself for that, but it's just topics to help out.
You also, Rafael, with you guys with AI and integrating in, I still would love to do a tech and safety type event. I know we have our tech event, but that was much more basic. It almost becomes a Procore sales pitch at the end of it by the time you're sitting there for your 8th hour. But I think a tech and safety with what you guys are doing with AI and what someone like Gal has with some of that data tracking, I would love to do something with you guys on that front too.
Thomas, that's not a problem. Unfortunately, George is no longer with us, but we try to figure it out. No, but it's okay because there's other things that we can figure it out. That's not a problem. We have other people that can come in and do that, so that's not a problem. We can all coordinate that.
Well, what we'll do on the speaker front, I'm going to see if we are in an email. I saw Lenny and Cordell were in the same email chain. Maybe we see if Lenny can do the heat specific in November, and then we start off that first month in January with a OSHA overview of what's new in 2025 and what they're going to be kind of focusing on this year. I think that would be an awesome way to start the year. Always gets good traction, and then we can kind of start supplementing us in those following months. So I'll send that out. Lastly, we got 2 minutes. Is there anyone that wanted to volunteer for sponsoring this month? You'll have your company. Really, it's very simple. What we've done so far is breakfast for 30, 40 people, really. And it's, muffins, coffee.
I got it.
Oh, okay. November 2.
Yeah,
I do it next year.
Thermal Concepts was going to sponsor last time, so we'll let them
That's right.
get first dib.
Perfect. You're on, Jerry.
Thanks.
I'll connect with you too. I don't know where you're up north, correct?
I'm in Davie.
Okay, got it. Okay, you're close. I was going to say I can always help out with picking up prior. I live in Pompano, not too
But
far
I
away.
actually
So I know.
I live in Pompano as well, so it's no problem
perfect.
at all. Like right there off the turnpike, so
Excellent.
no problem.
Does anybody have anything else? I know I want to be cognizant of our time. I know everybody's busy and we're middle of the week here. So
I thought of something just now. I apologize. My nickname is Too Late Charlie, but it might not be a good time for the now. But maybe fundraising event, not a fundraising event, like a food raising for the Hungry at Thanksgiving or toy drive or something like that for less fortunate children. I guess I got into it with and you know, just so you all know, Joe DiMaggio's hospital, they need toys all year round. So we don't necessarily have to do a toy drive at Christmas. We could do it in July or some other time too, because they are constantly, there's children in the hospital all the time. So
Ruben, can you share that with, I wonder if that's something with the ABC Cares that we can kind of combo something like that. I think that would be something to bring them in for sure.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Jared, do me a favor. Can you send me over just a picture of your company logo and then make sure
Sure.
that way we can add that to the flyer. I want to get that out ASAP.
Got it.
Perfect. Well,
No problem.
yeah, appreciate everybody jumping on. Like I said, really excited to kind of move this in the more official capacity and kind of build off of this in 2025. And I know there's going to be some road bumps along the way as we kind of learn how to navigate things, but appreciate y'all's flexibility in moving this back a day with the election as well. So I'll shoot out a recap. DeAndre, we'll circle up. We'll shoot out a recap and follow up on some of those notes.
All right.
Okay.
It's
That's
nice to see
fine.
you.
Or
Thanks,
you can
guys.
send me your read notes. It's fine.
Perfect.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Hey, nice to meet everyone.
Bye.